So many people have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for conditions to improve. But most potential homeowners are asking one simple question: when's my time to pull the trigger on buying a new house? This is a big decision regardless of market conditions, but there are factors keeping people from making the leap into home ownership, especially for young adults, okay? Homeownership was something that young adults in their 20s and 30s could achieve years ago with the right guidance. Today, there are more young people living at home with their family or renting. Why? Because they feel homeownership is too expensive. I have a spoiler alert for you. Great opportunities are out there, and based on the things that I'm gonna explain to you in this video, you may realize that this could be your time to pull the trigger. What factors are keeping people from buying right now? Rates, home prices, down payment, and yes, credit. Let's talk about the first one, and to many people, the most important piece of the puzzle: rates. Mortgage rates may seem high right now, and they've seemed high for some time, but the levels today are historically not that bad. I've been serving the Maryland housing market for over 20 years. I started as a mortgage originator a long while back, about 19 years ago, and I learned the ins and outs of the loan approval and underwriting processes. Rates were approximately 7.75 at that time. And so there are some people old enough to remember in the late 70s and early 80s that rates were in the teens. If you compare that to where we are today, you see we're not in a very bad spot. Rates might not be as bad as you think either. I spoke with 3 separate lenders this week to gauge where rates really were. Now here's something that might surprise you. On an FHA loan right now, rates are around 6.5%. And on a conventional purchase, rates are in the high sixes, like 6.875. Now that's not bad by any standard at all. Now I understand that people are waiting for rate cuts, but what you need to understand is if you get what you want and the rates are cut substantially, most likely home prices are gonna increase, unless of course there's an influx of inventory where everybody's looking to sell their house. But if you wanna buy now, these rates right now are not bad, and you basically will get the best of both worlds if rates drop. At that point, you'll be able to refinance, get the lowest payment possible, and also have bought your house at the lowest level that you were gonna be able to get it in the future. And the great news is that rates are starting to move in the right direction now. Give me a call to see how you could do as far as mortgage rates, payment. I'd be happy to put you in the right position. As I just mentioned, home prices are also a concern. Over the years, prices have just gone up and up and up. And when rates dropped into the 3s, home prices went up, kind of like what I just explained about what'll happen if rates significantly drop over the next couple months or year. The good news is that the market's kind of leveled off because rates have been a little bit higher and home prices have begun to slow down. But what I'm seeing on the ground level is more than a slowdown. I'm seeing price reductions come into my email every single morning. People put their houses on the market to sell, and they have expectations of selling their house quick, only to find out they're in a different environment right now and their house might sit. Once a house has been sitting on the market too long, what comes next? You guessed it, a price drop. These conditions have created an environment where new buyers can take advantage of better pricing and better terms when having a realtor like myself negotiate for you. Give me a shout to see if you can get a great deal out there. You might be surprised by the opportunity for you. When it comes to buying a house, a big concern by most people, especially young people, is how am I gonna come up with my down payment? The good news is we're in a market where seller concessions are much more likely because sellers are hurting for offers at the moment. Now there's not as many multiple offer situations. You have a way better opportunity to negotiate the best deal where the seller's paying some of your closing costs. But that's not all. I'm here to tell you that money's out there for you. Potential homeowners can take advantage of down payment assistance. There are different lenders that have access to all types of different programs for anybody that qualifies. This money's there for you to take advantage of, and I'd be happy to help you find the right person to make this a reality. Give me a call or shoot me a text if you want to take advantage of some free money. It's out there for you. Grab it. I'm truly excited about all the opportunities buyers currently have in this market. There are plenty of people that have been sitting there waiting for the past few months or years, looking at houses online, but keeping themselves from getting into the market out of fear of rates, home prices, down payment, or credit. They want to be homeowners, but they're worried now's not the time. I say to you, what are you waiting for? Now's a great time for buyers, and I hope I have the opportunity to help you find your next home. Give me a shout anytime so I can help put you in the best position possible. If you like this content, please hit the like button and subscribe so I can continue to share the real news in the market from week to week. I appreciate you taking the time to listen.